Welcome back to Industry RSVP In-Depth. I'm Madeline LaRock, and we're talking with Ron Marasco about his book, Notes to an Actor.
I went to England because I'm interested in C.S. Lewis. And I was found his house, and I was kind of looking over there, and some lady came out because they're turning it into some sort of a museum. But they let me come in and just walk around the house. And it had all of his things and all of his books. And I thought to myself, oh boy, I would love a book of his. But of course, there's just a taboo about that, so I would never ever do it. But I did think to myself, there's just something about, there's something about a book, the touch of a book, when somebody has held it. And I love books. I always have loved books. That's why I'm so happy to have a book that's sort of mine, and the actual thing of it. And so there was something about, I think there's a Hindu term, I think it's called something like Shaktipat. And it's the energy that is put into something when you hold it and touch it. And books have that. And I thought to myself, boy, I'd love some of C.S. Lewis's Shaktipat, but
you didn't go for it.
I did not. Another one I thought about stealing.
You lie and steal a lot, don't you?
I think about it more than I do it. I was in Russia, and I was at Stanislavski's house. It sounds like he had me for dinner, but I was it was also a museum. And he had a little board that he wrote, just like a piece of wood. And he would write in bed, and he wrote all of his books on this old, kind of crappy old, very banal, dodgy looking little crappy board. And I thought to myself, my God, every word, practically, they said this, he always used this thing. And again, there was something about the energy of this thing that Stanislavski wrote all of his books leaning against, that I thought, there wasn't anybody around except for a few, of his devotees that were running this place. But I thought to myself,
sneak it under your shirt and run.
When you're in Russia, you don't want to get pinched by
End up with
customs in Russia having stole the, an item of their national treasure. But I think partially, what's fascinating to me, the idea of stealing is related to lying, or lying is related to acting, and the idea of stealing is, in a way, I think, a benign version of what notes are. You hear these things, and you want them, and you're little treasures. And at least ideas, I'm a teacher, I'm a scholar, for lack of a better term, too, and I think it's a version of stealing. But it's okay stealing, because it's something that somebody else has. You see this idea and you want it, and you can get it. I mean, they're little treasures. The word thesaurus means treasure, and it's that. There's a little collection of things. So that's why I'm just fascinated by the idea. They're very good questions, but I'm probably not answering them in an interesting enough way, because it's not like some big thing that I stole or some great lie.
Well, I hope it wasn't something big, It's bad enough you're a liar and a thief, without stealing cars, right?
I know, that's how you start this thing off, by just bringing us all down to your level.
That's about it.